What is up, guys? It is Retro Mushroom, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys an OU match I had against HGP. Now, before I get into that, I just want to go ahead and thank those of you who came to my streams earlier this week. Had a lot of fun with it, and I most likely will be streaming again during the winter break, so if you guys are bored or whatever, go ahead and check out my streams. We have a good time. I stream PBR, Pokemon Battle Revolution, Smash Brothers, Brawl, Black and White 2, and it's just a lot of fun with me and my buddies. So yeah, enough about that. Like I said, this is an OU match heading at the HGP. I'm rocking my old Rain team with some adjustments, and he seems to be running a Crobat with some familiar OU threats. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the match. Now he's going to go ahead and lead off with his Rotom Wash, while I'm going to go ahead and do the same. Now, I don't mind staying in on this Rotom because, for one, I don't mind the burn. I don't mind taking a Hydro Pump. I don't mind taking a Volt Switch because I am specially defensive. So I'm just going to go ahead and Volt Switch. He did unfortunately miss the Will-O-Wisp, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, like I said, I didn't really mind having the burn because I'm a special attacker. So I'm going to U-turn out, or Volt Switch out rather, into my Politoed. I'm just going to stay in on this Rotom just because I know I can take a Volt Switch, and I just want to go ahead and predict the switch on the Ferrothorn and try and get the burn on it with a Scald. And he does bring in Ferrothorn, and I go for the Scald, but I unfortunately do not get the burn, which kind of sucks. But then again, you know, it's 30%, so you're not going to get it all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out, bring in my Toxicroak, because I figured he's not going to go for Thunder Wave unless I'm hoping he doesn't. He could, predicting my switch, but I assume he's probably just going to go ahead and set up a Rock. So I'm just going for the Cross Chop, not to over-predict. I know he could bring in Crobat, which he does now. I go for the Cross Chop, do thankful the hit, and I do get a critical hit, which is nice, but I don't feel bad for it. I don't feel bad for him, rather, just because Cross Chop does have a high critical hit ratio. So I don't want to take a Brave Bird, so I'm going to go ahead and switch into Rotom, as he goes for a Confuse Ray. Now this is really, really annoying in this portion of the battle, because I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. And you're going to see that this fucking Rotom, the Wash, is not even going to be able to attack at all, get off a single hit. So yeah, I'm just getting confused here. In comes Ferrothorn. He goes for the Roost and switches into Ferrothorn. I was trying to go for the Will-O-Wisp just to get a burn off on this thing. But nope, I keep getting confused, and he just takes me out with the Power Whip, and down goes my Rotom, which sucks. But now I have a free switch into my Jiraiya. I'm just going to go for the Swords Dance. I predicted him to either go for the Thunder Wave or the Leech Seed. I expected him to expect me to expect the Crobat switch in and me going for Ice Punch, so that's why I went for Swords Dance. But now I am predicting the Crobat switch in. Gonna hit that thing with an Ice Punch, and down goes Crobat, so that's always good. So nice little prediction there. I am running max speed, max attack, adamant, life orb Toxicroak, so this thing's gonna pack a punch. I don't recommend using this. I do prefer the sub bulk up set, but every time I have the sub bulk up set, I always run into Gliscor, and it's just such a problem. So I just decided to switch it to the Swords Dance Life Orb set. But anyway, in comes Terrakion. And I'm predicting the Earthquake, and I'm going to go to Judgment to take it, and he does go for the Earthquake, so that's awesome. So now I'm going to predict the switch and go for the U-turn as he brings in the Ferrothorn. And now we're caught up, so now I'm going to bring in my Toxicroak. Basically, I can go for a Cross Chop, no problem. I do believe I go for the Cross Chop and I miss. Now, he's going to go for the Thunder Wave, and this is going to get very, very annoying. I guess that Cross Chop miss makes up for the fact that I got a crit on his Crobat, but I mean, it didn't really matter too much just because I did predict the switch into it anyway. So I mean, yeah, so he goes for the Leech Seed as I get paralyzed, which sucks because I went for Cross Chop, and you're actually going to see that that first Cross Chop actually is going to matter very, very much, as well as me getting paralyzed, because now he's at full HP, and I don't know if I can take out a Ferrothorn from full with a Cross Chop, because I am not boosted or anything like that. Toxicroak does not have the greatest attack set, so I go for the Cross Chop finally as he Power Whips me, and I don't take it out. I swear that's got to be like minimum damage. If somebody wants to post the damage calc, and actually, in fact, I'll post the damage calc right there on screen. So yeah, so I don't take him out, and now I'm going to go for the Ice Punch just in case he wants to switch into his Dragonite. Also, I know that an Ice Punch should be able to take it out, and he does actually switch into Dragonite, which is perfect because now I get some solid damage on that. Now I'm just going to stay in and leave Dry in his Death Fodder because I'm pretty sure I can set up on this Dragonite with Jirachi. So he goes for the Roost, as I do believe I get paralyzed here, which sucks because now this Dragonite is at multi-scale, and that just sucks. And I'm guessing he was just going to Roost until I got fully paralyzed and then take me out with a Dragon Claw. I guess that was his gameplay, and there's nothing I can really do about that because I was going to get paralyzed at some point. So gonna go ahead and switch into Jirachi. I was supposed to say Jirai. 242 stars, and this is a sub-combined Jirachi, which is awesome. I love Jirachi. It's such a good Pokemon. Anyway, he's just in the Ferrothorn, and now I thought this is fucking awesome because now I can set up a Combine because Ferrothorn can't touch me. You can't go for Thunder Wave. It can't break. I saw his full moveset actually. It's Thunder Wave, Leech Seed, Stealth Rocks, and Power Whip. So that thing cannot touch me. If he wants to go for Power Whips, that's fine. Just letting me set up would be perfect. But in comes Rotom here. I am running max speed on my Jirachi, so I will be able to not take him out. But as you'll see here, I actually do take him out because I do get a critical hit. And that sucks for him. That just means I'm going to have a sub up because I'm pretty sure 2 Psyshocks would have took out the Rotom. So in comes Dragonite now. I stupidly set up a Calm Mind here because seeing that he switched out on my Jirachi before, I figured that he does not have the Earthquake, but in fact he does. So that, yeah, it kind of makes sense too that he'd bring it in unless he had the Earthquake. I mean, why else would he bring it in? So it was kind of a misplay in my part that I went for a Calm Mind right in its face. But I'm going to go for a Thunder as he sets up a Dragon Dance. Now, basically, I'm going to have to rely on Jirachi's Serene Grace ability to win here. Because if I get a paralysis with Thunder, then I can take up this Dragonite with Jirachi because I'm pretty sure I can live a +1 Earthquake just because I'm pretty bulky and I have max HP. And yeah, so I do thankfully get the Paralyze on the Dragonite, and I'm able to take it out on the next turn with a Psyshock, so that's great. So that Dragonite was not a problem whatsoever. Not like it really was, because I did have a Fortress, but yeah, because I know he had Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Roost, and Earthquake, so he wouldn't be able to touch Fortress anyway. So not like it mattered too much that I got the paralysis, but it was pretty nice that I got it anyway. But now, gonna save Jirachi for later. For some reason, I should have just left it in his Death Fodder. You're gonna see that was a very, very poor play on my part, because Baseball here does not take that close combat as well as I thought I would. So yeah, so looking at that damage though, he's definitely scarfed. So here I make another dumb play. What I should have done is I should have went for any other move except for Gyro Ball. That was like the worst move I could have picked. I could have went for rocks, spikes, anything. What I should have done is probably Rapid Spun, because those hazards are going to be very, very annoying. And also the Iron Barbs damage on Fortress is something I don't want to take. So predicting him to go for like a Leech Seed or Thunder Wave or something like that, I'm going to switch into my Judge Man. I figured he wouldn't go for Power Whip just because I was contemplating bringing in Jirachi too. But nope, he just goes ahead and doesn't play no games. I go for Earthquake and it barely misses out on the KO, which sucks. Because now I got to bring in Jirachi after Judge Man goes down. And I'm going to go for a Psyshock. And I do believe it takes it out, which is awesome. If that didn't kill, I was going to probably whip my DS at my wall at this point. So, in comes Terrakion, and yeah, there's really nothing I can do at this point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fortress after Rocks will not be able to take a close combat. And so I'm going to switch into Pain because it is physically defensive, but since I took that Volt Switch damage before, I'm not going to be able to. So that sucks. And yeah, I'm going to Protect just to maybe have the enough HP to take the close combat, but I don't because Terrakion's powerful. Crit, I don't think that mattered. I really don't. If it did, then good for you. Good for you. And so I'm going to bring in Phase Ball, and I figured close combat should be enough to take me out because just based on the damage close combat did before, but nope, I actually live with 7 HP and I'm able to take out the Terrakion with a Gyro Ball, but now he's going to be able to bring in his Breloom, and I really had nothing for it at this point, so I mean, that's something, and my computer just went black for some reason. And yeah, so in comes Breloom, and it didn't take me out the Mach Punch, and that is going to be a good game. So that was a good game, HGP. Had a lot of fun with it. If you guys enjoyed this match, go ahead and leave a like rating, comment, and subscribe. And I will most likely be posting a battle later on this week. I usually always say that, so I don't even know why I say it, because it's pretty obvious that I'm going to. But yes, so I will see you guys later, alright? Peace!